The Cruvim, in English the cherubim, appear only twice in the Torah. First, after Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden, the Cruvim stood guard at the entrance of the Garden of Eden to keep Adam and Eve from returning. We're only approximating what the Cruvim look like. The only other place that the Cruvim appear in the Torah is over the Aron Kodesh, the holy ark that was at the center of the Kodesh Kadoshim, the central room called the Holy of Holies, in the Mishkan in the desert, and in the Holy Temple, the Beis HaMikdash in Jerusalem. This clearly suggests that the Cruvim guard holy places. In fact, the 9th Mishnah in Masechet Kelim says that the Kodesh Kadoshim in the temple is the holiest place in the world. This implies that the Garden of Eden is similar to the Aron Kodesh in having a very high level of Kedusha, holiness. And what is in the Aron Kodesh? The Torah, the original broken tablets of the Ten Commandments, along with the second tablets, and an actual Torah scroll. Therefore, the Garden of Eden, the Aron Kodesh, and the Torah are equated to each other, suggesting that all three have the utmost holiness and Kedusha, with the Cruvim standing guard over all of them. I would like to suggest that there is a fourth thing that also has this supreme level of holiness, and that is Shabbat. As the fourth commandment says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Hashem blessed the Sabbath day and sanctified it. Therefore, we see that there are four things that are compared to each other in their having an extremely high level of holiness, Kedusha, and sanctity. The Garden of Eden, the Aron Kodesh, the Torah, and Shabbat. And when we learn Torah and keep Shabbat, it's as if we are returning to the Garden of Eden and entering the holiest place in the world, the Aron Kodesh. Baba Basra 99a and Megillah 10b says that the space inside the Aron Kodesh cannot be measured and is beyond and above the physical world. So when we observe Shabbat and learn Torah, it's as if we are entering the zone inside the Aron Kodesh with its supreme and boundless holiness and Kedusha. Also, as we enter Shabbat, we might expect to see the Cruvim standing guard in front of Holy Shabbos. So this may be who we are singing Shalom Aleichem to at the start of Shabbos, the Malachei Hasharet, the ministering angels. They are standing guard at the entryway of the holiness of the Garden of Eden, the Aron Kodesh, the Torah, and Shabbat. As we pass by them and enter into this holy zone, they remain standing guard at the entryway. And we wave goodbye to them and say, Tzeschem l'shalom, goodbye until tomorrow. Then we spend a whole glorious day in this holy realm of the Garden of Eden, the Aron Kodesh, Torah, and Shabbat. A day later, when Shabbat is over, we leave the Aron Kodesh, and we pass into the entry room of the temple, into the entryway of the Kodesh Kadoshim called the Haichal. Here in the Haichal there are three objects: the menorah with light, representing the spiritual, the golden altar with the ketoris, the spices, and the table with food, the 12 loaves of bread, representing the physical. So when we leave the Kadosh Kadoshim and enter the Haichal, we make Havdallah with three similar objects. We have the Havdallah candle with a flame similar to the menorah, and we have besamim, the spices, representing the spices of the ketoris. And we have a cup of wine, special food, on the table. Here we make Havdallah, pausing for a moment as we re-enter the regular world of the 6 days of the week, after we just spent an amazing day experiencing the holiness of Shabbat, the Torah, the Aron Kodesh, and the Garden of Eden.